worked with us through Latin America and the Caribbean, regions that are vital to our worldwide mission. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Jenna Bush.
Well, really, I just got involved with UNICEF, and I actually started in education. I would say I'm more interested in education because I was a teacher for 2 years after college. I taught in inner city Washington, D.C., and a lot of my kids originally came from the area, from Latin America. And I really wanted to learn more about the education policy in their countries and just to get a broader experience. And UNICEF was sort of a natural choice just because I, have known for a long time the great work they do with children. And so to me, the way to break these cycles of ignorance and poverty and exclusion and HIV/AIDS is through education.
In the Latin America and Caribbean region, 44% of the population lives in poverty. This number represents approximately 220 million people, and it includes 60% of children under the age of 12. Nothing prepared me for the kids I met through UNICEF.
I think they have enormous importance, and sometimes I think kids and teenagers don't know every way that they can get involved. And as I worked with UNICEF for the last 9 months or 11 months, I met with tons of kids around the world that were making a difference. So in Jamaica, I met with clubs full of teenagers who are helping spread the message about HIV/AIDS and the way that kids can make a difference in spreading truth. And so watching these kids or these teenagers in Latin America and the Caribbean making a difference in their communities made me realize that, of course, kids in the United States can also make a difference. It was sort of like an in-depth graduate school program. I met all of the UNICEF employees who are so knowledgeable in their fields, whether it's HIV/AIDS or education, child protection. And my job was really to travel around Latin America and write the stories of kids living in exclusion. So these kids were, infected with HIV or were living in extreme poverty, didn't have access to education or medical care. But as I met with them and I listened to their stories, I was really overcome with their resilience and their strength. So that was probably the most, life-changing part of it, was really meeting the kids and hearing their stories.